Hello and welcome to ET Garage. Today we are at Loring Air Force Base. Like I was saying, today we're at Loring Air Force Base. I was stationed here with the Strategic Air Command and fleet of B-52s back in the 1979, 1980 I think it was, and then from there I went to Ramstein, Germany. But I'm at the museum, Loring Air Force Base Museum. It's only open on weekends and it's a Wednesday, so it's not open. So, and I can't be here on a weekend, and they got this nice missile out here. I'm not sure which missile that is. If you know, leave that. Let me know down in the comment section. But one of the big sayings they always had was the moose is loose. That was a big saying here in Loring Air Force Base, and you used to see moose quite a bit up here, especially back on the way back to the bomb dump where I spent most of my time, where the nukes were and the conventional weapons and all that stuff. That's right there is the 42nd Bomb Wing. I can't remember what Athero Nobis means, but you got the 4 zeros and the 2 bombs. That stands for 42nd. I'm going to try and do a little driving around and seeing what we can see. These roads are in really rough despair. They closed this base back, I think, back during the 90s. And they opened up like a commerce center, and there's like a tech training center and stuff like that here now. But I'll see if I can get over by the flight line over there where the tower is and all that stuff, and maybe get some better views. Some of it I remember and some of it I don't. Like I'm pretty sure I went by my old barracks, and I can't remember where the old NCO club was, but it was around here somewhere. So I guess I'll get back in the Corvette and start driving around and see what I can see. And hopefully I'll get over to the hangars there. That was like one of the biggest hangars that they had, the Air Force at the time. And that was actually originally designed for B-36s. So we'll see if I can get over there to where that hangar is and get a good view of that. All right, here I am up by the hangars. These hangars were originally built for B-36s, and later on they did away with the B-36s and went to the much better B-52s, which are still in operation. Not particularly the B-52s that were here, but they still have B-52s in operations. And that's the hangars, and you can see the buildings are in need of repair. And you know, these roads here are really rough if you come up here. There's a sign right there. We're looking at the backside of it, but it says no one beyond that point. It's prohibitive, so I'm not even supposed to be up here really. But because this is an operational airport, if I could, I'd go out on that runway and make a couple of runs up and down the runway. They probably wouldn't be too happy. Loring Timing Association, you can look at them up on Facebook. They have a page on Facebook, and they might even have a website, but they do runs here once or twice a year, I think it is. So if you ever want to make a run down this runway, get a hold of them, find out what their rules and regulations are. For instance, if I wanted to run this car, they say all plastic cars have to have a cage or a roll bar. When they say plastic cars, it basically mean Corvettes. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate because I can do all sorts of events where I'll go much faster than I would here actually without a roll bar, as long as I have a helmet and other safety equipment. But they do get some really big speeds here, and I think they get speeds over 200 miles an hour. Check their, like I said, their Facebook page, and I think they have a website. I think it's a 10,000 foot runway. I might be able to get up to about $150 with this. Yeah, from a said start. But I'm not going to do that today and get arrested or anything, so I'm going to see if I can head over to where the bomb dump is. That's now the Rustic National Park or something like that. I'll have to look it up. I'll post the name up here. But let's head over there, see if I can get out to the old bomb dump. There's that runway. I'm really tempted to run down that runway. Okay, we are now in the Rustic Wildlife Reservation. And this is their visitor center. It's not open yet. It doesn't open till 1. And I would call first if you want to do the visitor center. But the road leading back to the historic bomb dumps, where I used to spend most of my time, yeah, that road is open. And they turned this into basically a nature preserve or wildlife preserve. And we'll go over here and we'll look at some of the information they have here. And hopefully we'll see a moose. Hopefully it doesn't attack me and my Corvette. But basically we are right here. Earlier we were over here at that hangar. So hopefully you guys can see that. And right now, I drove around here. And I used to come from the barracks somewhere over here. I can't remember where. Down here every morning. And all the way down this road. All the way to those bomb dumps. And I didn't work with the nukes directly. I was conventional munitions, so I worked outside of that. Hopefully that area is still there, and I'll try and show it to you. I'm not sure how much of that is left, but going to take the road back, and that's a couple-mile drive. And we used to one of my jobs was transporting the nukes, so we used to pick them up here and drive here and all the way out here to the flight line and load the birds, so to speak. And hand them off to the loaders, and they'd load the birds and all that good stuff. Here's where we kept the alert birds, right here. And those birds would always be loaded and ready to go with live nukes, no matter what the weather. One story I can tell you is I got woke up at 4:30 in the morning by my sergeant, and he drugged me out here to these alert birds. And what happened was it was 35 below zero, and they were lowering the 50 caliber cans of 50 caliber ammo that were for the tail guns, and those B-52Gs, I believe they were. And they were lowering them down with an electric motor by these cables, and at 35 below zero without the wind, and when the wind was blowing, and those cans froze halfway down. So I had to go out there, back up a deuce and a half underneath them, run a ground strap to the can, run a ground strap to me while the wind is blowing and it's 35 below zero, and unlatch the lash that hold the belts of 50 caliber in each can. There were 4 cans, and then just sort of string that back and forth over my neck, and until they were all empty, put it in the back of the deuce and a half, and then we got the hell out of there someplace warm. And then they were able to finish de-arming that B-52. I can't remember if it was here that they did it here in the hot pad or not. But if anyone remembers that's where they did it, let me know. But it's a wild refuge area now, or National Wildlife Refuge, which is great. I'm glad they repurposed it and all that stuff. So I'm going to go take that drive out there, and hopefully we'll see those bomb dumps. Okay, this is where I used to spend all my time when I was stationed here at Loring Air Force Base. And believe it or not, there were bunkers in this field here, and that's where the conventional weapon maintenance was done. And anytime you needed to enter where the nukes were, you had to go through these gates, stop, they'd close the gate behind you, they'd come out and they would search your vehicle with mirrors and give you a thorough going over and make sure nothing bad was coming in there. And then they would keep closed. This, of course, this gate would be closed, so you'd basically be trapped in here, this gate and that other gate. And until they were done, you're basically trapped in here, and you had guns aimed on you. Same when you were walking through, you would come through here and through here and get checked in here if you were just walking in. See if these still work. Yeah, they still work. All right. Of course, they got the doors bolted shut. And then you would work your way in and go to where you have to go. Let's see if I can remember what I can remember. But basically, that was the building we did the maintenance in, over there on the nukes. And like I said, there were bunkers over here where we did our conventional maintenance. And let's see if we can get some more information. Let's see what it says here. Oh, Bombers the Birds, Rustek National Wildlife Refuge was established in 1998. 4,700 acres, formerly Loring Air Force Base, Limestone, Maine. The land was transferred from the U.S. Air Force to U.S. Fish, Wildlife, and Service in 1998. Station here, 1950 to 1994. I'm not going to go into all of the things, but they got all sorts of other information you could probably look up online. Warning, camera and video surveillance, you are being watched. Yeah. And pretty sure that's where they did the nuke maintenance. And then there was another building back that you can't see. This area is closed. But we're going to go back here and take a look at some of the bunkers. And I'll tell you some stories about them. Some pretty good stories about them. So let's get out there and see what we can see. Okay, looks like they got the blast doors off them. And don't believe these are the ones they kept the nukes in or not. I remember the doors being bigger and they were back over there. I think we used to keep conventional stuff in here. But let's go around and let's see. Bat bunker. I don't think we'd ever be able to get a trailer in there. I can't think these are it. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's other bunkers over there. Yeah, they had to be. Yeah. It's been a long time, so forgive my memory. Bunkers weren't for conventional weapons. We just didn't have that many conventional weapons here. I know after I left, they brought in sea mines to be used in the B-52s, where they go out and drop sea mines, add to their mission. But I'm not sure how that went or where they stored them. We remember coming back in here, though, that's for sure. And there used to be the double fence over here. Keep things like, and every now and then you get big snow drifts over those double fences, and the moose would actually get in, and then have to chase them out. It's just pretty funny that the security police chasing those mooses out. Okay, this is a nice high-speed turn here. Too bad it's so bumpy. I can go that way or that way. I'm going to go this way. There's another car going that way. So remember these smaller ones we used to keep small munitions in and stuff like that. Stop here with the double doors. These are the ones we used to keep the nukes in. I'm going to tell you a story about these double doors here in a second, so let me get out. Okay, yeah, these are the ones we used to keep the nukes in. It says Marine Forest Service on there now, or Maine Forest Service, so that's who it belongs to. Warning, this faculty is protected by an intrusion detection alarm system. Warning. Okay, I'm going to start telling you a story about these. These pads were heated electrically underground, and that was to keep all the snow and ice off so it wouldn't melt. Well, these things were built back in the 50s, and sometimes they wouldn't work. And we came out here, and there was a giant snowdrift blowing up against this door, and well, we didn't feel like shoveling it, and I'm on a forklift. And I'm thinking, hey, let's hook a strap to the forklift. And I hooked it to the cage of the forklift. I hooked it to one of these handles. And then I backed up, and these giant blast doors swung open. And when it got right here, it swung that way, pulling on the strap that I was using that was attached to the forklift cage. And it just tore the entire cage off the forklift. And then I had some explaining to do. But that was another memorable moment up here at Loring Air Force Base, Maine. So I used to get myself into trouble like that on a regular basis. Let's go drive around the bomb dump some more. I'm actually enjoying this. I was up in Fort Kent, so I have another video on that. If you want to see that, Fort Kent, Maine, check that video out. But let's go do some more driving around. I can't remember what that building was for. Yeah, if anyone remembers and was here and can remember, please let me know. Back there it's closed, but I believe there were some older bunkers that we never used back there. They were basically abandoned, if I remember correctly. There were also some way over in that area. Like I said, it was a long time ago. I'm going to turn around here, and I seen something about a scenic overlook, so let's go check out the scenic overlook. Yeah, that's I think these tires are not warmed up. I'm wondering what that squealing noise is. Something about a scenic overlook. Probably not the ideal roads to be driving a Corvette in, especially they detoured on that gravel road. But here we go anyway. Hopefully I don't tear anything off the bottom. How brave. Yeah, definitely. Better off taking my SUV. I guess it's what they call a scenic overlook. Yeah, there's a picnic table up here, so if you want to take a picnic. Okay, this is a scenic overlook, I guess. Yeah, the bomb dump. And let's see just how stable this is. That's pretty stable. Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty good view of it. I'm glad I came up here. This is one of those things on my bucket list. I'm retired now, so it's like one of those things on my bucket list to do. Visit the old Loring Air Force Base. I'm not going to bother going inside the bunker. It's just going to be old stuff. You know, it's just going to be old concrete and damp and moist and probably leaks like crazy at this point in its history. But I think I am going to end this here. So I want everybody to, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I want everybody to have a great day. I'm having a great day up here in Maine, and I'm going to start heading home, I think. I'm going to take the long way home, so I probably won't get home today. In the meantime, everybody have a great day, and God bless.